I'd like to welcome my final guest to Late Night in Tigard, Marquesa Calderon from the Youth Advisory Council of Tigard. Thank you for coming, Marquesa. So I know that Late Night in Tigard is your favorite late night show. What's your second favorite?
To be honest, I don't watch that many late night talk shows. I'm probably either already sleeping or doing homework. But I really do like Saturday Night Live.
So who would be your favorite host on Saturday Night Live?
I really like Pete Davidson. I think he plays a really funny character every time.
When you first moved to Tigard, what was the population of Tigard?
I've actually lived in Tigard my entire life, but the population the year I was born was 44,729 people.
You must have looked that up.
I did.
You're always prepared. I've learned that about you. What's your favorite restaurant in Tigard?
I love Bridgeport as a whole area, but I really like California Pizza Kitchen there.
Okay, California Pizza Kitchen. I think that's barely in Tigard, but we'll give that to you. What was your aha moment when you really felt like you belonged in Tigard as a community?
I joined the Tigard Youth Advisory Council as a member my freshman year, but when I ran for president of the council and actually won, the confidence in everyone, in me, as well as my ability to create a community and contribute to our community really made me feel a part of what was happening here.
So Marquesa, if you were mayor of Tigard, what would be the one thing you would change?
I live in Tigard, but I go to Beaverton School District, and honestly, I'd really like the opportunity to go to Tigard High School.
There you go.
So you represented the city at the National League of Cities conference last year. What were 3 key takeaways for you from that experience?
I think my biggest takeaway from that experience was that the Tigard Youth Advisory Council can absolutely be more involved in our city, and with our city council, I saw a lot of other high schoolers my age making pretty significant change in their cities, and I would love to do that in Tigard before I graduate next year. Another thing was that kids my age can take on big issues. At that conference, we talked about things like the school-to-prison pipeline and, of course, gun control, and those are pretty big issues that sometimes we don't get invited to the table to talk about, but I think it would be really important for us to be. And the third thing I would say was just that all youth leaders have the ability to create change. I am also an actress and an athlete, but I have a lot of passion for making change, and I think I saw that in everyone at that conference.
So you visited DC during the student march after the Parkland incident. What was that experience like?
It was a really powerful experience for me, and I love to talk about it because the energy there was so electric, and I got to meet so many other youth leaders, and to just be there and cheering with everyone was an amazing experience. I'd never actually gone to a public protest like that before, so to be in the heart of what was going on was absolutely amazing. And I think the biggest moment for me was when I realized that I was standing next to kids who had actually been in that incident.
Wow.
When I heard them talking about the speakers there like they had known them personally, and it just clicked in my brain that I'm here today with those kids.
Wow.
So you served on the homelessness task force. How would you like to see the city address homelessness in a more proactive way?
Yeah, I really admire the way the city approaches it with compassion, especially with the point in time counts that they've done recently. I think they should definitely continue with that and try and engage with the public more in a compassionate way, because I feel like sometimes there's a pretty big divide between the way that the city wants to approach it and the way that homeowners and our community see it in a different light, and I think that it'd be really productive if we could streamline those together.
Do you see that as an opportunity?
Yes.
So I've been considering how to engage youth further, to the point you were making a bit ago, and wanting to make sure that youth really feel like they have a voice at City Hall.
Oh, good.
And I have a surprise announcement to make. We're adding a youth city councilor to the Tigard City Council. That student will be able to do everything that a councilor does except to vote. My question to you is, will you apply?
I would absolutely love to apply. That is an amazing opportunity, first of all, for any student in Tigard, and especially for me, being on the Tigard Youth Advisory Council and seeing some of those issues firsthand. It would be absolutely amazing.
I think you got your first applicant, Mayor.
I do. I'm excited about that.
How about being a TV talk show host? Is that something that's in your plans?
Oh, I don't think so.
Mine either.
How would you evaluate the mayor's performance here tonight?
Pretty good, I would say.
Well, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it,
Yeah.
Marquesa, and look forward to your application. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.